My name is Dearion Stokes. I'm training out of Sioux City, Iowa at Reds Boxing Club.
Awesome, man. Obviously 1-0, competing for a title. What kind of do you think puts you in that position to be able to compete for that title at such a early transition here?
I'll just say stepping up the challenges. I like being pushed. I like pushing myself. So I like things that kind of get me out of bed in the morning. And this offer definitely did that for me. You know, um, I wanted to say like reignited the fire, but my fire is already burning. So it just stoked it up a little bit more for me, I'd say.
Cool. What does it mean for you in your second fight to be fighting for an amateur title?
Honestly, it just means that the hard work that I'm putting into the gym is paying off, and I would just is being recognized by the public and by the promotion. So it gets me excited, makes me want to train even harder.
Cool. You've got a very extensive wrestling background. Tell us a little bit about your wrestling background.
Um, well, I wrestled at the Division 3 level, the JUCO level, and NAIA level. I'm actually kind of like I would say a late bloomer to the wrestling game. I didn't start till I got in high school, so I never made it to a state tournament or anything like that. But I beat multiple state champs, multiple state placers, guys at the D1 level, D2 level, D3 NAIA. I was a JUCO national qualifier. I lost in the blood round, JUCO nationals, and I am NAIA All American. So, and this is my going on third year coaching here at Briarcliff. So I really enjoy wrestling. It's part of my life. It saved my life. So I love giving back to the community, and it's one of my passions for sure.
Awesome. What got you said you were kind of a late bloomer? Kind of what got you into wrestling in the first place?
Football. So the head varsity football coach at my high school was the freshman wrestling coach, and at the end of the season, they had our head wrestling coach come in and basically explain the importance of wrestling and football. And he named Alfred Lewis and a bunch of other guys who were state champs that were doing pretty well at the NFL level. And football was my passion at the time. It was my dream to be a professional NFL player. So I was like, all right, it'll give me a chance to kind of build a good rapport with my football coach because he's going to be my freshman coach at the time. So I just went out on a limb and tried it. I was going to do basketball instead, but I just decided to go out on a limb and try wrestling. I ended up falling in love with it right off the bat.
Awesome, man. How so? Now that you actually been in the cage and fought, how did your wrestling help you in the cage for that first time? And how did it transition to MMA for you?
Oh, really well. I felt like I can lean on it for sure because it's a good foundation for me. So I definitely felt real comfortable. I felt like I've been in there 5 or 6 times before that. So that was one of the things that kind of surprised me how comfortable I felt for sure. I think wrestling provided that comfortableness.
Um, there's obviously been a lot of hate online about you being 1-0 and being able to get that title shot. Um, what do you have to say to those people that are kind of naysayers and saying you're not ready?
I don't really pay attention to the noise of the outside people. I believe in my abilities. That fuels my fire. My belief in myself is stronger than your doubt. That's one of my mottos. So I have no problem, proving anybody wrong. I've been doing it my whole life. I've always been the shortest guy in the room, not the fastest, not the strongest. I always have to prove myself and I have no problem doing it again. Just another day in the life for me.
Awesome, man. Obviously another out of town fight for you. You bring a big crowd with you. You can have a big crowd online. What are you expecting here?
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a real big crowd. I'm expecting, to go in enemy territory because I believe that's where he's from. So I'm expecting definitely some hostility, but I'm gonna stay mentally focused and get the job done like I know I can.
You're fighting against a guy that has quite a bit more experience and a little bit of a wrestling background. How do you prepare to fight against somebody of that caliber?
I would say honestly, it's just been we've been doing the same exact things. I mean, nothing's really changed. It's just another body in front of me at this point. Honestly, I think my wrestling's gonna be better than his. So it's nothing that's keeping me up at night at all.
Awesome, man. Thanks for hopping on. Be sure to check out Dearion on Friday, right here live on MMA Futures.